Are you feeling synchronicities ramping up, like divine alignment, seeing signs of being in absolute surrendered flow state and how things are moving with you, like you're in a dance with life, with the divine, with your divine partnership, even more opening up for you? This morning, Spirit was guiding me to pull out a series of cards as if to give you a reading for this whole week. And it asks you to be very open to the present moment, to the here and now, to what is here, what is unfolding, and what you feel called to move on as makes you feel lit up and makes you feel like you're in your pleasure. Your pleasure making you, specifically if you're a woman, magnetic to drawing in what is for you, that you're in sacred prayer within your vessel, within your being, in appreciation, lit up in your sacral center, in your heart center, in your upper dantian. I've given guidance on these practices in previous videos before and how you want to be in that divine alignment within you so that you're calling in and experiencing and claiming more of what is your divine birthright through sovereign reclamation of your power. Approaching the new moon in Aries this weekend, it is the reclamation of the I am, and yet it's how you're bringing that sovereign self version of you forward in your action and contribution and how you show up for something beyond you. I know you may feel excited, you may feel pleasurable, you may feel ignited in that. You may feel that that's bringing you even more satisfaction, fulfillment, contentment, and joy. And through being in that state, you feel so full and abundant and in overflow. And this is what's coming out into the tarot. It's like the tables are turning in your favor. You're aligned more with joy. You have cultivated so much strength and resilience to make new breakthroughs. The world card is here in how you are moving forward, feeling whole and complete and sovereign, and things are turning in your favor, yet you're in more of a state of overflow. Holding the state of overflow in your being, you stop broadcasting lack or scarcity. There's a need to unplug yourself, to unhook yourself from those timelines and realities, and to be mindful before you sleep and when you wake up in the morning that you're coding in and firing in and commanding that, speaking that into your body, into your cellular DNA. I activate codes of wealth, of abundance, of prosperity, of success into my cellular DNA. When you wake up in the morning, you're doing your mirror work. I love you. You already are and have everything. Everything is unfolding perfectly in your favor for your benefit. You may feel that you're holding some energy in your body even more as things are unfolding for you in your reality. Wow, things kind of blowing all over the place here. But before you go to sleep, this is the state akin to sleep practice is so important so that you're flooding your body, your cellular DNA with the potentiality of what you have to cultivate and experience and create and draw into you in your reality. You're not falling to sleep in states of contraction, of fear, of worry, of lack, of doubt, of uncertainty, and flooding your body with those states, with that energy as you drift off to sleep. You're coding your body to have expectation of that experience coming into the following day. So you want to actually be in deep relaxation, in appreciation, in calm and in clarity and in focus because you're giving yourself more of the potential to draw in what's even better for you, regardless of what may change in your reality, in your conditions, in your circumstances, that you're owning the truth of who you are, that energy being very strong for this week. So am I going to go through cards that have come out, and this is like a series of quite a lot. So there's a storytelling here. Take it as it resonates for you, but it feels so positive, and I believe the more you do align with the positive and knowing that it's there and accessible and available to you, you have to be wildly delusional that everything was unfolding in your favor for your benefit, and you hold that regardless of your circumstances in your reality, because things can crumble, things can collapse that are no longer in resonance with you. This is why it's so important to reclaim your mornings, that you stop making yourself so available to the outside world and you reclaim your own focus and clarity on who you are and what you want to feel and what you want to experience, and activate your bliss and your pleasure and your power and your love and calling out, I am that I am. Doing your bodily practices, whether you do Qigong, I have a resource. I'm going to figure out how I can leave that down here below to share with you guys if you're wanting to follow those pictures or guidance on how to do practice, and also mantra chanting and humming and using your voice and coding and commanding through your energy field that state of fullness and wholeness of being that you may want to feel and experience and appreciate and expand into. And from there, you're taking your divinely inspired actions. There you can open up your email and go into what's there, because you'll see, and I have tested this myself in the past through conscious creation, when I was not aware of these practices and not following them, I'm waking up in the morning and checking my phone first and going into my email. All kind of mayhem or confusion and chaos could have been in there. Yet when I started being more intentional and conscious and not giving that beginning of my day over to these things, working on my energetics and calibrating and deciding and then dominating from my field who I am and what I want to experience and what I want to create, then a lot fell away actually from my reality. And I became more emboldened in how I was selective about what I was responding to or reacting to or not reacting to, and so on. And I found that things were shifting even more in my favor, and I was seeing more of what I preferred to see and was choosing to entertain, and seeing more a sense of what was divinely guided and aligned, and even giving me satisfaction and pleasure, and making me feel that everything truly is unfolding in my favor for my benefit, because I was already deciding that and working on that in my energy first. And that's why it's so important. So we're starting off this week with an openness to being present to the here and now, to see the magic in the here and now, and to the potentials of things that can unfold for you, to be open to what can come through for you, to be open to experiencing and creating and cultivating even more in your energetics and moving on that. Be open to both new adventures and possibilities, activating the potential within you in your life force energy. You're asked to align with the energy of success, that it's already here. Energy of forgiveness comes in, and the need to release. Both of these, okay. Releasing any bitterness or resentment or anything that you're holding on to from the past doesn't serve you. Since if you let that go and you're in peace, you're activating and embodying this sense of wisdom. Ultimately, what that is letting go of anything that's not allowing you to feel love within your own body and within your own being. Since when you are in love, then you're truly magnetic to better and to abundance. You can let go of everything. You can know that you are so divinely loved, loved by the divine. That can allow you to feel more receptive. That can allow money to flow through you, to you and through you. That can allow more to be magnetized and drawn to you, because you're not signaling these blocks or bitterness or resentment or confusion or any of those energies. You're simply in, all is unfolding in my favor for my benefit. I'm ignited in my bliss, discipline, and my pleasure. I'm so happy and grateful that I get to commit to this work and to show up in supporting others with it, so they too can align with that sensation and that lived experience within their mind, body, and soul alignment, and call in and drawing better into their reality. And as part of raising vibrations, as part of that collective greater good, which is beyond you. And it may even give you pleasure to support other people being on that gift of perception and perspective, so that it can create even better. The more you're in love within you, the more you're drawing even better into you. And many people will seek outside of them, will need to go somewhere, need to do something. When your bliss and your pleasure is right where you are, you can simply connect to it inside of you in your energy and draw things into you. You can have things to show up for you. You can get invitations and possibilities, and things come your way without you having to really actively seek. Yet you can also meditate in your solitude on what is bringing you a new sense of fulfillment and aliveness and pleasure and joy. And that is often found in cutting things out and making things simple, because it allows you to, as it says here, heal any chaos. Whether you're the instigator of something so simple and so profound that gives you pleasure, that makes you feel it up in your joy and in your love, bringing in positive change into your reality. You're also not allowing yourself to feel scattered, or to feel that there's too much going on, that you can't be clear in your clarity and move forward. There's new opportunities. I love how this card came out. It's new moon energy, new opportunities coming your way. So that will ask you to be very clear in your own energy, that you're putting your energy with focus into what feels simple, what feels aligned, and maybe even seeing those flow states, such as this morning when I was organizing prints for courses that I'm doing, and seeing absolute divine alignment coming up, printing one person's certificate, and the numbers 111 were coming up. And I was just considering how that person was participating in courses with me and transferring me that amount and that divine alignment in 3 of creation. You're in your own creation of what's coming through and from you in your divine partnership. And this does not have to make any sense to the linear way of thinking, or to anyone on the outside looking in, questioning, who are you and what do you do? And I even had someone ask me recently what career I was in before doing any of this, or showing up in energy healing and facilitating life force energy attunements. And hello, buddy, lives in Milo. And what I'd come down to, as I was saying, I worked in publishing, I worked in teaching, and it was so funny how I went down the path of learning more hard skills for UX, UI, and graphic design and doing work for startups. And yet the journey took me back on a path to teaching things about consciousness and frequency and energy, and working on that and pouring into what I felt was coming to me quite naturally. It was just the reclamation of soul gifts of the inner knowing and your naturalness, your natural gifts and talents, which have always been within you, and feeling that reclamation, feeling the return even more to the sense of who you were as a child in your childlike spirit, in your authentic expression, in your authentic truth. And what was coming out of me was the pathway has led me to feel like I'm simply being more me. So it's not performative, it's not a title, it's not a role, it's not studying something to become something. It's returning to who you already are and always have been, and allowing yourself to lead yourself from that place, and how that serves better from you, because you may be shining a light as a beacon, as a lighthouse, as a way shower for others to feel that they can give themselves the permission to reclaim themselves in that way and bring forward their unique gifts and talents in a way it can allow them to be more expressive, to be even more lit up in their joy, which is vibrationally very powerful for and beneficial to us all, to see even more people lit up in their aliveness, in their expression, in their truth, in their reclamation of their wisdom, with more being illuminated for you at this time. There is big illumination of what your divine alignment is exactly, and how you're called forward on your unique path, which may feel uncertain and not follow linear expectations or timelines, as I've said, yet it is following the flow state of your Goddess force within you. It's reclamation of your most authentic, vibrant self, following that, creating from that. You have a unique soul blueprint. I'm going through a modality, training others in this modality this weekend coming, and yet also the inspiration is there to support them unlocking and uncovering their own soul blueprint and modality, because everyone has their own within them, something that only you can give birth to in this world, something only you can create and express, something that can only come through you because you're a unique soul frequency. So you may feel that you're asked to flow even more with what's happening this week, knowing that it's actually taking you forward into more abundance, into the greener, into more light, and being more the light that you are. And that's activating miracles for you. It's just so exciting. It's really asking you to trust before you can see it. It's a huge message that your body may feel. I'm getting so many tingles and chills through my body that you can't see it yet, that the body knows some change and shift is coming. You may be asked to relocate, to start something else, to begin offering something as a whole new creative venture. You may pivot in a huge way, or you may feel that you're returning to something that you know is so deeply true within you, that is your truth. You may feel that you want to protect your energy more in that solitude, or just caring for your vision, perhaps having some energy of secrecy there, that you're safeguarding that it's something that's between you and God, because you're following more of what feels true to you, and that's taking you on new adventures. You can feel even lit up in excitement about, I wonder where this is going to take me. I wonder what new opportunities are coming my way. I wonder what new people I'm going to get to meet that are more on my level or on my frequency, that resonate deeply with me and give me more joy and satisfaction, pleasure, where I feel lit up and I feel even more expanded in my heart. Remember the power that you are. All is well and unfolding in your favor, so you can relax even more. Flow, preserve your energy. Use your energy to harness it, to pour into what you feel divinely inspired to do in a way that you're ignited in pleasure. Wouldn't it be fun to do this? I would love it to get to do this. I'm so divinely inspired to do this. I would love to connect with this person. I'd love to reach out to this person. I would love to create this. I would love to travel to this location. I would love to create this offering. That it's essentially, I get to do this. I love to do this. I'm in my pleasure. I'm lit up in this. And that you're putting the blinders on there. You're not really entertaining what's not allowing that, or what may want to cast projection or other energy onto that, that you don't allow that, because you're claiming your thriving era. I'm in my thriving era. And the purity message comes out. And I truly believe the purity is when you're most in your own heart, that you're loving yourself so much and you love your life so much that you're not willing to entertain any less. You're boldly claiming the very best for yourself. And when you're your best self, you're giving your best self actually vibrationally through your frequency, through your signal to the world. You can't help but express it. You can't help but radiate it. You can't help but broadcast it from the field. You can't help but want to share it. You can't help but want to create something because it just naturally is coming from you. So you're going through a major transformation, this blue energy being quite transformative, and it may be in how you're speaking your truth. There's also the rose, and that is the opening within you, how you're blooming even more in your pleasure. This is the gateway into the new, and it's the magical, it's the mystical, it's the unseen. It's from igniting that energy that you're asked to take bold action. This is the fiery energy. You can no longer use your spiritual practices or energetic practices as a form of sedation or escapism. You're asked to let yourself be seen, be authentic, take action, to overcome anything there that may be persecution wound or witch wound, to know that you are divinely safe, loved, cherished, and adored. You can invoke the energies of Hathor for love, of feeling very strong. Her energy as a deity this week approaching the new moon in Aries is such a loving energy, yet also Sekhmet for healing love for you and for protection of your energy. Your inner peace is a power, and you deserve to hold and to claim it so that you receive even more on your path to further expanding of consciousness and enlightenment. There's another card there into that this is igniting your sense of freedom, giving you freedom within you in a way that is, like I'd mentioned in my previous Substack article, it's not about vanity, it's about feeling free from a sense of fulfillment, that you actually feel complete and whole within you. So you're not really seeking so much, that you know that you already are and have everything. And it may be, in terms of your highest values, is it connection within yourself? Is it connection with that partnership? Is it your freedom to express yourself as you are and you love getting to do that? Is it your value of family and the home, of intimate connection? Is it a partnership? Is it in friendship? Is it having more time with your pets, even whatever it may be, or having the spaciousness and the abundance to pour into creative passion projects, something new, perhaps something that you shelved from childhood that you want to return to and give your time and energy and focus to simply because you enjoy doing that, whether that's finger painting comes to me. And it may resonate for some of you, like music, playing an instrument, learning something, photography, taking up something that you feel, if you were fulfilled and you already have everything, say you've got all the freedom, you've got the time of freedom, you've got the abundance, you've got all the money that you could want, you're set up for the rest of your life. How would you have? I'm really getting strong message of the courage to move on and to be and to do what really brings you aliveness and joy and pleasure. That you're not postponing your life to tomorrow, that you're not saying, well, one day or when all the conditions line up, then I'll do that. But your life is here and now today. So you want to be in pleasure within you and what you're giving to now, since all is in the here and now, and you're not postponing yourself in your life. That's asking you to take bolder action and bolder risks. So you're moving on things, you're designing things, you're planning things, you're wanting to create more of the day-to-day reality that gives you delight comes out in the bird song in nature, that you're just simply present as a bird, singing a song in the morning, singing a song in the evening, being in those rituals of gratitude, of delight, of the aliveness, and just getting to fly, getting to soar, getting to be who you are in the now, following the flow. What brings that sense to you? What makes you feel that you're so lit up and so in your pleasure, and you can create something from you. In other cards we have, do protect your energy and call power back to you so that you can align with those states and you can create better within the field and in your reality. Protection, answer the call of your soul. What is your soul asking you to do? Tune into your heart, to your inner temple for messages and wisdom on that. Also, don't take everything too seriously and be in your play, in your lightness of being, in your big kid energy. Do share your voice and your message, since you may activate others, and that can be part of raising vibration. And also, as you speak your truth, and the more you feel that you're being true to you actually enlighten your own energy. This is enlightenment through your own vessel, through your own channeling. You express and feel lighter in your energy, and actually give you a sense of fulfillment. It allows you to dance with life even more. Know that you have divine support in the Council of Light, divine orchestration, and you may feel guided to travel to or journey to new places. This could be in meditation, that you connect with the energy, for instance, of Egypt and the pyramids, and journey down under the chambers, down deep down under. There's so much more to be revealed on how we've been lied to about the building and the construction of them and what's actually there in energy portals and how deep down that goes. And there's going to be even more exposure of truths, especially as it relates to the magical and the mystical and ETs and so on, that there's so much that seems to have been hidden that is coming to light this year. And we'll truly get to see how there's so much more beyond what we have perceived to be true. We've been so conditioned and programmed in so many ways. And you can delight in what's possible with the alignment with the mystical and the magical and allowing yourself to be guided in new ways. Observe the signs and the synchronicities of where things are clicking and falling into place to you, and to even have deep gratitude and appreciation that you're in a dance with something, you're in a dance with spirit, that you're in a dance with the mystical and the magical, and also you are the magic is you. So from the book, practice self-compassion even more, cultivate a supportive network, celebrate your journey continuously, day by day, celebrate any small wins, celebrate your evolution, celebrate your choice to feel good and to be happy now, that it's not dependent on circumstances and conditions, since when you're broadcasting that happiness and wholeness and contentment and divine alignment, you're drawing more of that into your reality. It always has to be you first, you broadcasting the signal and asking yourself lofty questions. Why is everything unfolding perfectly in my favor right here, right now? Why does everything happen and click and fall into place for me in a way that delights me so easily with grace and naturalness? Why is it that the more I'm in my fun and my enjoyment and my ease and my pleasure and playfulness, the more seems to unfold beyond my wildest expectation to bring me more delight, prosperity, success, love, and joy? Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. So embrace any of the unknown this week, embrace the uncertainty, because you have to be the certainty in any of that uncertainty, just knowing God has got you, you've been through everything, you've got yourself to here. And that means that you can trust yourself even more and trust the process and trust God. Be open to new possibilities, shed anything that is not love to let it go, so that you return to being in the frequency of joy. I'm guided to this passage from my book, Evolving in Embodiment. You can get a copy in the description box below. I choose to embrace and be in harmony with my shadow aspects as divinely serving my purpose and mission. I accept this means setting higher standards and no longer tolerating less from either myself or others. I make peace with this process as divinely guided. My no creates a sacred, universal yes. I give myself the full freedom to be the authentic version of me, to follow my inner guidance and inner leadership. And the purity there truly comes from the alchemy of the darkness and of the shadow, and owning your villain era, and owning that you're not here to be this perfect angelic saint. You're here to unconditionally love yourself. And it's through that unconditional love of yourself that you make different choices, that you set new standards, that you expect and assume the very best for you, that you give over any need for validation from the external. You're not having to be seen as a good person or a nice person or this and that and the other because you're not a doormat and you're naive. You are simply owning and taking up more power in a way that you want to feel in delight in your life. And you absolutely deserve it to. You are worthy of it already. And it's not about deservedness or worthiness. It's like you exist, you are, therefore it's available and accessible to you. And it's not dependent on conditions. It's not dependent on your performance. It's simply dependent on your perception and your believing that it's available and accessible to you. And then you collapse timelines, you call it in, you draw it in, because you're simply in the knowing, in the certainty of the truth of who you are. Thank you for being here, for listening, for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, for stepping into my mentorships, for powerful shifts, working with me directly, having a personal reading, receiving energy healing, getting a copy of my book, and more. To receive life force energy achievements with Kundalini activations, truly ignite that sense of awakened aliveness and vibrancy within you, and you as the instrument, since your energy is creating everything in your reality. Once you activate that, I'm not saying it's all plain sailing, there's a lot of shadow integration involved on that journey, yet it is the return and the reclamation to feeling more you, and it does allow you to contribute a better version of you to the collective and to the world, since you're more at peace and in love within you. You're loving of yourself. You're no longer at war within yourself. And that allows you to be more peaceful overall in terms of what you contribute to the bigger picture. This is absolutely important and beautiful. And for the times that we're moving into in this fiery year, the more people are in loving partnership within themselves, the more they're actually contributing to the macrocosm in a more beneficial way for us all. Huge truth I'm feeling in that. Does that resonate with you? Drop me a comment. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, and see you in the next one. Bye.